just check. Okay, well, good morning. We have some new faces. We have a lot to cover, but what's the most special is that we have Mary Dovgin. Did I say that right? Dovgin?
Mary Dovgin, yep.
Yes, as our special guest. She is the Regional Credit Manager. Is that the correct title?
Yep, we're regional underwriting managers. That is correct. And you guys are my region.
I'm assuming your region is the Southeast, or?
I have the whole East Coast.
East Coast. All right.
Top to bottom.
So, okay. So Mary, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
I saw on LinkedIn, you've been doing this quite a while.
Yes, I have. So just to give you guys a little background, I'm just coming up on my 1-year anniversary with Van Dyke, but I have been in the industry for 39 years. I started out before automation and I learned how to do everything manual. So I've disclosed, I've processed, I've opened, I've closed, I've underwritten, managed the different departments. So I'm kind of a little bit of everything. I got to know the whole business. The only thing I have never done truly is originate. So that gives me a very high respect for all of you doing that position, because it's one I haven't done. And I know that you guys are out there doing everything you can. So one group that I used to work with in the past, they used to tease me because my initials were MD. So a lot of my past sales folks used to call me the mortgage doctor for MD. And my goal, yeah, they always called me the mortgage doctor. They put a sign on my door when I was in the office. And, you know, my one thing I love to do is try to find a way to make loans work. I am very big on a pick up the phone person. I think a lot of things that happen with emails and things going back and forth sometimes is something can be misunderstood, or sometimes, you know, everybody's not on the same page. So if I see an email go out and come back and go a second time, at that point, I'm telling people, pick up the phone. It's a lot easier just to talk to everybody directly. I do a lot of calls on files where I have brought in sales, processing, underwriter myself, sometimes even one of the processing supervisors, if it's a branch, if it's a corporate processor. Because I think if we all just talk it through and understand everybody's role, it makes it a lot easier to get the loans across and what we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to tell people the why we need something. I don't like to have anybody tell me, oh, I feel better if that was in the file. Feel better doesn't mean anything. What we need to do is get what we need, but make sure that we can explain why we need it, because you have to go back to the customer or a realtor. You're the face, you know, and so they're going to be asking you the questions and you want to be able to answer them. So I'm very big on trying to make sure that if we're explaining that we need something, that you understand the why, because you're the one that's going to have to deal with everything face to face. You know, we're in a big purchase market. We're in that group. These markets come and go. You'll see it's like a roller coaster, right? The business is a roller coaster. And we're back to a business, you know, we're back to a purchase environment. You know, rates are going up. So the big thing we need to make sure that we're selling, in my opinion, as a company overall, but in underwriting as well, as I tell them right now, customer service. You know, we have to show them who we are, what we do, what we can do. I want everybody to have a can-do attitude, because it's what we need to do, right? We need to find ways to make loans work. So I'm very big on that. You'll see that you can come to me for anything. I try to be very, very approachable, always available. Very rare do you not see me green. If I'm red, I'm on the phone and I will call you back. If I see a missed call, I'll call you back. My pet peeve. Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to compliment you. So, you know, underwriters, in my opinion, fall into two categories. They're either, you know, obstructionists or facilitators. And Mary is very much a facilitator. I've worked with her on a couple of different issues, and she's always willing to help. in my opinion, an underwriter's got a job to do. They've got to protect the company. They've got to make sure that we're funding sellable loans. They usually have a wealth of knowledge because usually to get to be an underwriter, you were once a processor, originator, or something. You don't just wake up and join the mortgage industry as an underwriter. So some underwriters are very generous with their knowledge, and they try and help make the loan work. And some underwriters are not. So Mary is very generous, and she's very much a facilitator. And that's why I have you on this call. So sorry
great.
to interrupt.
No, you're fine, because that's exactly true. Because the way I feel is if it's something we can't do, then nobody else can do the loan either. And if they're doing their loan, it's because we told them why we couldn't, and they found a way to work around it and send it somewhere else. So to my goal is, if I say, FHA doesn't allow something, then they don't. Now you're going to run into challenges that happen in the market just because, you got all your players out there. You got, your Rocket Mortgage, you got Quicken Loan, you got all these big guys, right? Sometimes they are willing to take the risk on doing something that they know may not be sellable, but that doesn't make it right. So, what we try to do is make sure we're doing loans that we know we can either sell to an investor or we know it'll be insured by the agency. So I can tell you in my career, I've done a lot of face-to-face audits with Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA. So I'm familiar with how they tick and what they look for. And you will find that through the market changes, like we're in now, they tend to focus on certain items. So when you see an underwriter, really, they're like, wow, they're really digging in. Why do they want so much? It's probably because we know that it's a hot item right now with the agencies. One of the things I used to tell a lot of my salespeople when I worked with them with underwriting is that, the number one thing is you're meeting with the customer, right? So whether it's face-to-face, internet, right? We got all these new ways to get loans, right? We don't always face-to-face. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, and Steve, if I'm wrong, you can correct me, but I think the best thing for a salesperson is to get as much information as they can from the customer up front, okay? Then what you want to do is make sure you're validating the information as far as income and such, because once you put that data into the AUS system, as a lender, we're validating that data is accurate. It'll tell you the findings and what documentation we need. That's the documentation that should go into the processor and then into underwriting. I will tell you, from Fannie, Freddie, FHA, all of them that I have dealt with in the years, they will tell you, give me nothing more, give me nothing less. Only give me what the findings are asking for. It doesn't mean you haven't collected something else, but don't submit it unless that's what the findings ask for. Right now, we're seeing a lot of files come into underwriting where they're giving us everything, and you don't want to do that. You want to stick to what the findings ask for. Even if you have the information, if the findings aren't asked for it, don't send it. Okay, keep that in your file unless something comes up, because we have had a couple files come in recently where I saw they gave me a written BOE. They gave me a pay stub. They gave me 2 years W-2s. They gave me 2 years tax return. And I had a W-2 wage earner who's been on the job for 5 years and didn't need any of that. But if you provide it, an underwriter sees it, they can't ignore what they've seen, right? So it's little things like that that I think could really help you guys. In my opinion, it's a lot of things that I have seen, but I try to share the knowledge. You guys are more, ask me anything you want to ask me. I know.
So I have a couple questions, and then we'll open it up.
I love it.
Okay. So Mary, tell me the best way if, let's say, we get a condition that we disagree with.
Okay.
And what is the best practices so who should contact who, when, and where?
Okay, the first thing I would do is go to the underwriter.
Now, do you prefer that the processor goes to the underwriter or the LO, or you don't care?
It doesn't matter. Whichever, it's how you're going to build up what you have. If you have a processor that knows and can answer it, fine. But if you're questioning something, as the LO, talk to the processor, and if they agree, they'll send it up. What I do is give the underwriter the first option to respond and explain. If you don't get resolution or you want to challenge it again, then you can reach out to me.
Okay,
Somebody on my team. I am more than happy because then those are the opportunities I get to get people together and figure out what's the issue and what can we do to try to get over this hurdle. Okay?
right. And in my branch, we have excellent processors. So my policy is for the processor to discuss it with the underwriter. And then a lot of times issues get resolved that I don't even know about.
Right, exactly. That's the good ones, right?
Yeah. So, I don't need the stress. Let them work it out amongst themselves.
Right.
And then I'm drawn in once they hit a brick wall.
Yeah, we always
So-
wanted to give an underwriter first opportunity since they're the ones that ask for the condition.
Right.
And if you're not getting resolution, it's not worth. I always tell people, pick your battles. I try to tell everybody stay calm. Everybody's, sometimes maybe we didn't communicate something right to you, or maybe your message didn't get across to us the way you wanted it to, and that's why we have dialogue. So don't ever be afraid to ask for that, because that's what we're all here for.
Okay, and what are the mechanics you prefer if we have a rush situation, either with initial underwrite or maybe the last condition that we need really quick?
Okay, so on a rush, what happens on these is, do you have branch processing or corporate processing?
I have branch processing, but maybe tell us both policies.
Okay, so if it's corporate processing, a processing supervisor has to review the file and send an email to Amber, because we track them in Encompass. That's the reason. Because if you have a rush file and the underwriter has a heavy load, we may see if you could swap out a file and move one down so that one can be moved up. The branch one should come from whoever is managing the branch processing. So the main thing to know is all rushes should go up through Amber and Encompass. And there's actually a way to do that. If you guys don't have it, Amber can send it out to you so you know what needs to be done. If you're in a clear to close situation. Now, one thing I do every morning, I'll give you guys an idea. Every morning I send an email out to underwriting to what is going to be looking for a CTC today to meet the deadline for a loan to close on Tuesday. Okay, so right now I send out an email at 6 o'clock in the morning and I tell them, here's what's on the list. These are the loans looking for CTC today. Let's try and get these done so we can meet the closing department's demand and meet our closing dates on the contract. Okay, so I send that out in the morning and then I send another email out in the afternoon, just looking for, they give me status during the day, but I let them know, this is what we're still dealing with. Are we going to be able to meet this date or not? And then everybody kind of gets an idea of where we're at with that. So I do that twice a day and I try to track. If you get into a situation where the loan's in approval status, you have one condition left to try to get CTC, because that's usually what happens, right? When a loan goes to approval status, that usually means that we need something else, something minor that doesn't affect the overall loan. It's documentation required, but won't have an impact. Then, at least if it's an approval status, closing can start to work on your stuff. But if you got the last condition, you need a rush, it still should go through the same way, but an underwriter will pick it up and help you. They'll just say, like my team, I tell them, if somebody emails you and says, hey, I got the last condition on the Jones file, is there any way you can look at it today? A lot of them will just pick it up and do it when it's one condition.
Okay, so I want to open it up to questions. I want to be respectful of Mary's time, but I do want
you guys got me all day. I've been at 2 o'clock, so I'm more than, I love doing this. So you're more than happy. I'd like to know more about everybody and their experience, and if you have any questions, anything, I'd love to help.
Okay, so let's hit her with some tough questions.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, everybody's shy.
All right. Okay, that's okay. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can ask me anything, even if you don't think it's the silliest question. Ask anything.
So,
go ahead.
All these people have their cameras turned off and they think they're safe. That's the funny part.
Lauren just went off microphone.
I'm not shy, but I have you, Stephen, you asked my question because we're dealing with a rush right now. So, that was kind of what I was going to ask. And then my other question was going to be, what's your top piece of advice that you would give us so we could be more helpful for you? But you kind of answered that with the get as much information as you can up front.
Right.
and make sure that, just give us what the findings need. Like, I think
Right.
that's incredibly helpful.
And that's, and that's the critical piece, because that's the biggest issues that I see and we run into here is just that everybody's giving us everything. We don't want everything. We only want what the findings ask for. You're
Right.
validating that data. So unless something changes during the underwrite that creates a new finding, well, we ask for something, but you may have it, and that's the idea. I would really, and when you meet with somebody or talking to somebody, you're looking at their credit, you see something that you think could raise a question, could ask the question, just ask the question, so you're ready or prepared. Some people I see even do a cover letter in their file, and they just do like credit FYI, we saw this, we put in the BK documents, we saw they had a prior BK documents are in the file. So if there's divorce, remember to ask for the divorce decree, see if there's child support or alimony, little things like that, student loans, big thing,
Right.
those types of things from a credit standpoint. Employment, you want to watch for things like gaps, or if something you're looking at trigger something, to make sure there's no side self-employment or anything like that. Sometimes you can see that in a bank statement. Statement, you see some kind of weird deposits or something coming in, you want to ask the question, so as you look at the documents up front, it's just good to just see, if you see other things on the pay stub rather than regular pay, ask what it is. We see a lot that say other pay. There's some just say other. They don't want to specify, and it could be something as simple as commission, bonus. Sometimes you watch for things like that, and
So don't over document the file.
no,
right?
Yes.
no.
Okay, so
no,
Julietta,
no.
where are you based out of?
Hi,
Where
Hi,
are you?
Where are you? What city?
in Florida, Miami.
Oh, in
Miami.
Miami. Nice.
What do you see? A lot of condos?
Here, pretty much all non-QMs,
Okay.
a lot of condos. I work in Miami for with Catherine Page, and mostly condos, townhomes.
Okay. Very popular, I know, down there. We see a lot of
So-
condos come in from Miami.
So Mary, Julietta mentioned non-QM. So we're underwriting some of those now? Is it
We are,
all
yes.
in-house, or tell me
Yes.
how that, what
Right
products
now,
are we underwriting?
Okay, well, right now, the non-QM and jumbo are in the early stages. So those are all going through Kelly Sherwood right now.
Okay,
And then Kelly, some lenders were delegated with, some non, it depends on certain criteria, but everything is running through her right now. And we just hired another underwriter to do non-QM and jumbo. So there'll be a lot more that you'll see coming in probably the next 30 plus days. So if that's your market and you're going to do that, we should have a lot more to offer soon.
so do
Great.
they know I know this is difficult, but do they know the nuances? So if I submit a bank statement program and maybe the last 12 months look good, but 24 doesn't, do they know, hey, listen, let's not send that to New Res, let's send that to Angel Oak?
Right. They're supposed to see where it best fits.
Great.
It's like if it comes in targeting, we had one yesterday that was targeting one lender, and we had to flip it because there was an issue with something on the appraisal, and we had to flip it to a different investor is all. And then they wanted to just underwrite it because there was something in an appraisal, but that's something the underwriter knew and did right away. So, and you'll
Sometimes,
know when that happens. They'll let you know what the issue is.
sometimes we try to use those programs, the 24-month bank statement or 12-month bank statement, because sometimes they don't declare income in the personal tax return.
Absolutely.
So it's difficult. Or, also the DSCR, when they can use the rental of the property they are about to purchase.
So,
Right.
okay, yeah, so that's all good stuff. I mean, bank statement programs were a big thing years ago, as you know, and it's all coming back. And it's perfect for self-employed because people tend to write off a lot on their taxes,
Right.
tax liability, right? And you don't blame them, but when they want to get a mortgage, then we got to look for that perfect bank statement program loan is those type of people.
thanks for bringing that up, Julietta. Anybody else have any questions
Of
for
course.
Mary?
What part of the countries are you guys all in? So I kind of get an idea where business is coming from and if there's any tidbits I can offer. Is everybody in Florida?
We're in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. One of my underwriters lives in Atlanta, so that's cool. We do some Georgia Dream loans on the bond side. So just so you know, Dina on my team does those. So that's another thing. We do a lot of the bond loans. We do Florida bond. We do Georgia Dream for you guys from probably the areas that you're in. Where else have people from? Where you at, Santos? You're off. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, you're in Atlanta as well. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of loans do you do primarily, or do you like to do a certain product space, or?
Yeah, primarily just all the products that we offer.
Okay.
This year it's been conventional. Last
Okay.
year did a couple of my first USDA loans.
Okay. Those are learning, those take a lot more.
Yeah, so it was all learning experience.
Cool. We just hired
Who is your
USDA
manager,
underwriter.
Santos?
I'm on the Garmin team.
Oh, you're with
Okay.
Amy?
Yes.
Oh, I know Amy.
Yeah, I'm on Amy's team.
I know Amy. Amy knows me. I know Amy. I talk to Amy a lot.
I started with Van Dyke Mortgage February.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
well, good. Well, welcome. You're going to love it. Amy's a wealth of knowledge, especially when it comes to USDA. She knows them inside and out, and she knows what to challenge and when. So you're in good hands there.
Yeah, she's been great. It's been a
Yeah, she's a
Pretty good
wealth of
help.
knowledge. She really is. She really is a wealth of knowledge. She knows so much. So that's awesome. Awesome.
I had worked with one of our competitors. I was hired last July, and the guy that I was my branch manager just allowed me to my first loan. It was like a what was it? The almost residency fraud. And I was like, oh my God. And then I had a couple other operations hiccups, and I was like, I cannot start my career with these hiccups.
That kind of stuff. No.
And
Yeah, you don't want that. That's for sure. That's
yeah,
for sure.
we couldn't get a Genoa deal done. And Amy helped me out with that. And I was talking with Amy, and she was always just
Yeah.
so
She knows
available.
she knows that stuff. You're going to learn a lot from her. So I think that's awesome. You're in good hands for sure.
Good. I
Where
feel
else
like
is
it.
everybody? You are. You've been
Van
good.
Dyke's
You're
been
going to do
great.
great. I'll let
Yeah,
her
I
know.
can't express enough from where I was coming from, and the ops team that we have here at Van Dyke Mortgage is just unbelievable. The teams.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I'm happy to hear that. We like to think of ourselves as family.
yeah, the team.
And
Ops has been great.
I love to share the knowledge. So I love to teach, mentor. I mean, I just think the more you know, it's only going to make you that much more, You can ask.
Absolutely.
That's why I said, don't be afraid to ask, share the knowledge. That's why I said, I'd like to know the markets people are in, where they're coming from. Stephanie, where are you? You're muted. Oh, there you go.
I'm in Tennessee. Matter of
Okay.
fact, we just reached out to you. You're helping us with the file right now.
Okay, cool. Are you with Bill?
No, I'm with Kate Maddie's.
Okay.
Laura, I am actually I'm a processor and an LO.
Okay. Okay.
So Laura Reed and you're working on a file with Laura Reed and I.
I am working on a Laura Reed file.
Yes, you are.
Is it your FHA?
Yes,
Is it Garber?
it is.
How did I know?
How did you know?
Wow.
Don't worry, we're getting that one taken care of. Don't worry.
Yeah, matter of fact, I just finished putting in a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, good. So yeah, and Lisa's reviewing it today. She is actually in the file right now.
So
she asked
listen,
me a question. That's awesome.
we've got a full agenda today. So any other
Okay.
questions for Mary? She's been very generous with her time.
And I love it. If something comes up, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm on AM, whatever. If you just have a quick question or something, you can always ask. I'm always here to help. Okay?
All right. Thanks, Mary. It's nice.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Mary. Have
you're
a great
welcome.
day.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Go get them.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, okay, so some of you newbies won't have done the action items. I completely understand, but I still think the discussion's going to be of value. We watched a video from Denise Donahue, who is a $200 million producer, about our theme the past couple of weeks has been, how do we add value to real estate agents? You know, everybody tells you you need to make a list of agents and start calling them, start getting agent referrals, and you need to lead with value. And then they don't tell you exactly how to do that. So I found when I was new, it was a little confusing. So so we saw this video, Denise Donahue. Does anybody know, did anybody see the video? Lauren, so give me some pointers that she uses.
So she likes to do agent masterminds where she gets with her agents and kind of helps educate them on the loan process, because she finds that that in turn helps her make her job easier. So meeting with them and trying to figure out how she can bring value to them, but in return also having that come back around and how they can, you know, everybody can kind of work together to make the whole process easier.
Okay, I'm being stalked by my yard guy. Hold on. But keep talking. So Nidhi, did you see the video?
I did see the video, but I feel the last week video was much informative than this video. Like I know she talked about her numbers, how she brings the realtors in the room, how she gets the business out of them.
Okay. Okay, so it didn't hit home with you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. So I like to, you know, we like to hear from how the newbies made it, and then also how the old guys made it too, the ones that are the mega superstars, and we can learn from both. The one thing that she did was she does weekly email info to agents, and we can do that with, if you're signed up with a marketing team, even if you're not signed up with a marketing team, they do a weekly marketing piece. And the so she sends information to the agents for their use, but I think it's more important to send something that's informational for the buyer, for the agent to use, like a tool for the agent, you know? So like, here's a way that you can show your buyers something or tell your buyers something, so that we're more like involved in helping them with their business specifically. Okay, let's skip that. Bombbomb videos. Who's signed up with Bombbomb? All you people, Robert, Pete, Patrick, Jonathan, Michael. I'm going to call on all of you, so you can't hide. You can hide your face if you want to, but you can't hide from me. So who's got Bombbomb? Raise your hand or raise your electronic hand. Okay, who's doing video of some sort?
Me?
Okay, so I want to show you a couple of things. We're going to do a share screen, if I can figure this out, which is always a little bit tricky for me. Let's try this. Can you see this screen that shows my email?
Yes.
Okay, so here is an example of a Bombbomb video that we did, and it's where you are inset explaining a document. So this is a little bit more advanced for people that don't have Bombbomb. Talk to your managers, but Bombbomb basically has an exclusive on an embedded email. So the video, you can always, you know, you can always send somebody a video, but how do you do it? Because the file is so big. So Bombbomb has this technology where it shows a little snippet, 3 or 4 seconds, and then they can click into the video. So it's a big convenience factor. So let's look at this. This is Nidhi explaining this. Play 1 minute video.
Hi, everyone. We can just see your Outlook right now.
It's not showing the video, only your email.
You're not seeing that.
Nope.
Yeah, we only see your email.
Okay, let me see. Do you see it now?
Yes.
It's, I believe it's only the queue for the videos, what I'm seeing.
Oh, God. Okay, you still can't see the video? Hold on a
Can't
second.
see it. We can hear it in the background though.
Let's try this. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't really hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Hold on. Can you see it and hear it?
Yeah.
A little better.
Okay. Did everybody, can you see it and kind of hear she's talking?
Yes.
Okay. So then I love this Nitty, and I love the fact that Nitty uses this button up here. You see this says get pre-qualified today. This is an action button that they allow you to put so that somebody can click on that and go straight into their loan application, which is awesome. So who thinks that this is a powerful tool? And we're going to do one more if I can get it to work. Here's the one that I did. You probably can't see anything, right?
Nothing.
No, we can.
I don't know why it won't just share the screen that I'm looking at. But okay, nevertheless. Here's the one that I did. So I moved my, you can move the little inset up or down so it doesn't get hidden behind the button.
Hi, Justin. This is Stephen Katz. I wanted to go over your
Lauren, can you see and hear it?
Yes.
cost estimate with you. It's basically 2 pages, and the first page is all of the closing costs on the loan. The first section is the origination fees, and these fees are basically our lender fees.
Okay, I'm not going to make you listen to all that, but I believe that this is very powerful when a customer gets this and you're explaining a document. So this is like the next step. We've been talking about Bombbomb for 4 or 5 weeks. So this is kind of the next step in using video.
Bombbomb, is this an app that we can have on the computer or a
Yes.
phone only?
So it's a subscription service, but what I would recommend is you can do a free 14-day trial. Your managers should be open to subscribing, if not, whatever. B-O-M-B, B-O-M-B, Bombbomb. And it is very powerful because now, you know, we really need differentiators, and sometimes you can't even get face-to-face with the customer. So this allows you to make a personal connection that goes way beyond a phone call. Did anybody by show of hands think that that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. There's also a service that's free. So Bombbomb has a lot of features, but if you you know, want a free option, and you should do the 14-day free trial with them. But if you want a completely free option, there is Loom, LOOM.com. They also will do inset videos, and those are free, which is cool. Okay, so let's talk about, okay, one thing we're not going to talk about, we're going to talk abouting. So is the non-QM programs. I sent everybody a link so that you could get all of the investors. If you are on the call today and you didn't get it from the last call, I will resend it. But what I want you to do is I want each of you to look through this list, and I want you to find one program that you're going to learn about and you're going to tell us about next week. So either, you know, what you pick what you want, bank statement, non-warrantable condo, and I want you to be knowledgeable of one program with one investor. So at least you have a talking point to move forward. Okay, so our big topic today is how do we add value to real estate agents? So I have a list of 20 things that I just wrote down while I was having breakfast this morning of how we can add value, but I want to hear from you guys. So I want you to rattle them off to me. So when you're talking to an agent, give me one thing that you're going to can add value, and then we're going to use this knowledge when we do our role playing. So is it Chow Cavato? Is that, how do you pronounce your name?
It's Cayo.
Cayo. Cayo, yes. Give me one way you're talking to an agent that you could add value to them.
Well, something that I've been trying to do is ask them what's their market, and then like what they do the most or try to focus. Because then with the list that you said, if it's something that we can do with one of our brokers, then if I know about the program, that I can tell them or let them know, hey, I can share some information with you later. Being if they do more, I don't know, for a national.
Okay, hold on. What you're doing is you're evaluating their needs, and then you're coming up with solutions, and that's fantastic. But for this exercise, I just want the bullet points. So I'm going to come back to you for the role play. Lauren, give me one thing that you can do to add value to agents.
Offer them co-branded flyers to give out to prospective clients.
Nice. Stephanie, give me one thing that you could do to add value.
I'll tell them about just different programs that we have that they may not know about.
Like what?
TBDs or especially like the housing funds for down payment assistance.
Okay, tell them about a down payment assistance program. Julietta, give me one thing.
One program.
Anything that you're going to add value to a real estate agent.
Maybe the 24-month bank statement.
Bank statement program, awesome. Santos, give me one thing to add value.
First agent, just allow them, you know, give them confidence in our seamless loan process.
That's not good enough. I need one specific thing. I'm sorry, but no, everybody's. Right. What you basically said is we give good service. Somebody got to you before with co-branding.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, we talked about co-branding. I'm not sure how to set apart other than just kind of talk about our process, products, pricings.
Okay, we're going to come back to you. Nitty, give me one thing to add value to a real estate agent.
We do jumbo loans too.
We do jumbo loans, and we do them in-house, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Michael, give me one thing to add value to a real estate agent.
You know, when I call them, I'll invite them to a class they're having, something like that that may be of interest to their business. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, it came in jumbled.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do is when I'm calling, I'll invite them to a class that we're having, you know, like an appraisal class or something that helps them, you know, that invites them to something like that.
You'll invite them to a class.
Right.
You'll invite the agent or their buyers or both?
The agent.
I like it.
Yeah.
Robert, give me one thing to add value to agents.
One thing my branch is focusing on is, investment. So we're trying to specialize on the DSCR program. So that's one thing it's our niche we're going after. So that's how we're going towards agents and explaining that process.
DSCR, right?
Right.
Awesome. Pete, give me one thing you can do to add value to an agent.
We've been talking about things we can do with open houses, even some basic stuff like, just hanging out for a little bit if, when they start, making it more comfortable, kind of doing a little bit of security if they want, just kind of that comfort level. So we're very new for everybody. Nice to meet everybody. We're the new Denver branch. So, anything you guys can provide is much appreciated. We are literally doing this kind of in real time. So, like even the open house conversation, we're just having those now.
Right. So you're saying you're going to help them with their open house. I love it. Patrick, give me one thing.
Another thing that we're looking into is doing the lunch and learn, so we can go out, introduce ourselves, kind of give them an overall view of what we can provide as far as the different programs and the customer service that we're able to provide, and kind of taking a look at it that way.
So you're going to invite the agent to a lunch and learn.
Correct.
Okay. Are you providing the lunch?
We will.
Nice. Nice. Jonathan Martin, give me, I'm sorry, Martinson. Give me one thing you're going to do to add value.
Basically, I'm specifically talking about a husband and wife team. She's a realtor for Century 21 and he is a home builder. So I'm trying to see, and I'm very new to Van Dyke Mortgage and been doing loans for a while, and I've had to get them pre-approved to, for the construction to perm program. So I'm learning more specifically, on that part to see if I can, help this team. Basically get them approved through the construction to perm programs some which way.
So you're going to help them by explaining CMP, construction perm.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Yanni, give me one thing.
So I just see the buyer out, like 0% down up to $1 million in loan for the medical CO loan.
Oh, the doctor loan.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Trenton, give me one thing you're going to do to add value.
I really like the bridge loan. I think it takes a little bit of tension, especially in the market, being able to cash out your current and buying new and then having a year to sell the old one.
Okay, good. Yeah. So here's some other things that that I came up with, but those were all really good suggestions, and a lot of them are the same. So I sent out a flyer. We have a couple of new programs. You could tell them about our lock and shop. You could tell them about how we're doing extended locks now. So agents are concerned that their borrower or buyers, may be looking and pre-qualified with one rate, and then by the time they turn around, the rates are 1% higher. So those are things that will help them with that. The other thing that one practice we do in my office is when offers are made, we call the listing agents. So that's another thing. Not everybody does that, and that can wow them sometimes. We do full TBD underwrites. Every loan officer out there reviews documentation and runs DU, but we go the step further and send it to underwriting. A lot of companies don't allow that. We do non-warrantable condos. We do loans for foreign nationals. We also work with companies like Ribbon and Easy Knock. Ribbon, you can sign up for yourself as a loan officer. They're not affiliated to Van Dyke. They don't have to be approved by Van Dyke. It's a completely separate thing. You signing up with them is basically just opening an account so you can send information, but they do have some videos that will teach you about those programs. Let's see. You can let them know if you're going to be available over the weekend. Most of the real estate is done on the nights and weekends, and some loan officers don't make themselves available. So that's a selling point. Let's see. If they're a big shot agent, call John and Brian and see if they'll put them on their podcast. There's nothing that strokes an agent's ego better than to you to ask them to be on the podcast. We offer free float down to buyers that may or may not be of interest to them. We have an automated pre-approval letter. I mention this with hesitation. Some people love it, other people don't, but it's in that our system, that Simple Nexus, where you can write a letter and then they can go in, and if they want the letter to match the offer specifically, so you pre-approve them, let's say for 400,000. So if they want to make an offer for 376, the agent can modify that letter late at night or whenever they want. It's an automated system. In my eyes, there's pros and cons, but I know that some agents really, really like that. So that's basically, those are my ideas. Now we're going to do some role play. This is the fun part, I promise. So we got different personalities. We got Too Busy Bob. We've got Tough Tony. We've got Easy Eddie. He says yes to everything. We have Normal Nathan, which is just you. Silent Sam, he's the toughest because he barely says anything. He just answers every question with one word. We have Know-It-All Nick. He already knows everything you know and more. We have Big Ego Barry. Unless you tell him how great he is, he's not going to do business with you. Disagreeable Danny. He's going to disagree with everything you say. Believe it or not, that is not the toughest guy. Detailed Dennis, he's going to ask you a million questions. And then Naive Nancy, and I apologize. My wife asked me, how come all of them are men except for the one that's naive, you made a woman? I don't know, because I couldn't think of a man's name with N other than Nathan. I already used it. So Naive Nancy, she just doesn't know anything. Okay, now I'm going to go first, and I'm going to make this super hard on myself because I think last time people were saying, oh, well, you weren't really making it hard on yourself. So I want to talk to Joyce. Joyce, are you on the call?
Sorry,
Joyce?
Stephen. Yep, I was working on something. Yes, what can I help you with?
Okay, so you're going to be our guinea pig here. Joyce, you are going to be you. Okay?
Okay.
So you just be your normal you. And what I'm going to do, so what I need, I can't see you. So what I need for you to do is promise me that you're going to turn the volume off. And then when I wave, I want you to turn your volume back on because I want to say something and I don't want you to hear it.
Okay.
So are you going to turn your volume off?
Let me figure out how to do that. Okay.
Well, just turn the volume all the way down so you can't hear.
Off.
No, seriously. Okay. So here we go. So here's the thing. I'm going to try and sell Joyce on these cookies that we deliver to customers. Okay. Here's the thing. She has just signed up with a vendor a few months ago that she loves. She loves them. There's no way I'm going to convince her to use me instead of them. I already know going in. Well, I don't really know. My character doesn't know, but I'm just telling you, this is going to be a really tough sell. So, okay. So we're going to bring Joyce back. Joyce, come on back.
Okay.
So Joyce, I'm a salesman. I'm going to call you and you just be your normal self. The only thing you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to just say, I don't have authority to make a decision. Okay. So you are the decision maker.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Oh, you're calling me? Sorry. Hello, this is Joyce Smith with Van Dyke Mortgage.
Hey, Joyce. So this is Joe at Joe's Crazy Cookies. And I met up with Stephen Katz at a seminar in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and he told me to give you a call.
Okay, great. How can I help you?
So Joyce, my company does something very unique. What we do is when your loans are approved, we send fresh baked cookies to the borrower. We send them right to their house. and it wows and delights them.
That sounds awesome. We have a company that does the same thing. What can you tell me that differentiates your company?
Oh, well, so ours are fresh baked cookies. We have a truck, it's painted, and we put them in a nice box with a ribbon, and it really makes a terrific presentation.
That sounds really similar to the company that we already use.
So, so Joyce, the purpose of my call is I wanted to set up a time to give you more details. I'm just talking right now about the, you know, the overall view. Do you have a time maybe next week where we can talk about the details?
Sure. Just let me know what's convenient and I can check my schedule.
Well, so so here's the thing, Joyce. I know I'm up against some tough competition. And so your current company, are those fresh baked cookies that they make right there?
Yes, they literally take them out of the oven and deliver them within 30 minutes.
So what we do is not only do we do that, but we have a videographer go there. And when the borrower opens the door and we present them the cookies, we film the event and we get that wow expression on their face. And then we post that to social media. It's very, very powerful.
Well, our company does the same thing as well. So it sounds like a very similar situation.
Okay, well, I tell you what, let me send over some samples and then I'll touch base with you next week.
Sounds great. I'll look forward to receiving them.
Okay, so Joyce made it too easy because she set up that appointment. I thought really you would give me more pushback.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. No, I mean, you were who you were. So you were open to making a later appointment, but I thought you were going to give me more pushback and say we do exactly the same thing. And then I was going to hit you with the social media thing to give more value. But then, hey, you know, sometimes you just can't overcome everything. So I used the third-party introduction by saying that I talked to Stephen at an event. So then she's forced to listen to me. You know, she can't just blow me off at that point. So that's a great way to try and get in with agents, is to use a third party to ask people in your neighborhood who they used and who they liked. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to have Lauren is going to be the loan officer. You knew I was going to pick on you. Okay. And okay, who am I going to do? So Ciao. You ready?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Turn
Hold on
around?
a second. I want him to unmute. Is it Kiao Kavada?
Yes.
Hey, okay. So you're going to be the agent. Lauren's going to be the loan officer. Lauren, you need to turn your head. And this is your personality. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll see how far Lauren gets. Okay.
It's Kaio.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Caio with Keller Williams.
Hi, Kaio. This is Lauren Akins with Van Dyke Mortgage. How are you?
Oh, hi, Laurie. I'm good.
Great. So do you have a minute to talk?
Yes.
Okay, so I met with Jamie Thomas, and she is somebody who said that she used you to sell her house a couple months ago, and she said that you were amazing. And
Oh, yeah.
I like to work with amazing people. So I was just wondering if maybe we could meet up sometime and, you know, get some coffee, and I could have a chance to, you know, see what I can do to help you with your business.
Yeah, I would love that. You say you're with Van Dyke?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of know everything that you guys can do right now. Is there anything? Sorry,
keep going. Keep going. I love it.
Yeah. Can I do something that we can do over the phone, maybe? Because I already know kind of all the products that you guys can offer to me.
Yes. So, well, have you heard about our new lock and shop policy where you can lock your loan?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would like to really just meet with you and kind of see if there's anything that you need. to help with your business.
So okay, yes, well, every client that I have right now, I kind of already know the lender that can do the product or offer the best product that I need right now.
Okay, well, you know what? I like when somebody's loyal to their, the people that they work with. So if you find yourself in a position where you need anything in the future, I'd love it if you kept me as a backup. We offer a lot of amazing products, which you seem to know about. So if you have any questions on any of those, I'm happy to answer them, and just keep me in mind.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, great.
Okay, so that actually, even though you weren't successful in setting up an appointment, that was really good, because what happened is, so you used that third-party introduction. So, and then when he said he knew everything, you went down a road that I really liked, in the fact that, okay, but now I'm just interested in you. Okay, because if the guy's going to say he knows everything about the programs, then you got to find a different route. And so you jumped on that horse for like just a sentence, but then I felt like you should have rode that a little bit longer. But that was excellent. That was excellent. All right, Julietta.
Go team.
Are you going to be the agent or the loan officer? You're going to be the loan officer. Nitty's going to be the agent.
I'm going to be a loan officer.
You are a loan officer, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to try and schedule an appointment to meet up with Nitty, whatever you can get, face-to-face, Zoom call, whatever. You're just going to try and pursue the relationship. Okay. So you have to turn your head. Look away. Okay, so this is Nitty right here. This is very common. So that I already told her personality. Okay, so go ahead, go. So you're calling Nitty.
Hello. Good morning. May I speak to Nitty, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Julie. I work for Van Dyke Mortgage.
Julie,
how are
I
you
don't
today?
need any lender right now. I already have 2 lenders that I'm working with.
Oh, okay. I would like to show you, we have kind of new programs that are very interesting.
Sorry to
Maybe,
interrupt you, but you just have 30 seconds. Is it something that I need to do right now, or we can do later?
no, I was wondering if we could get an appointment, if you want face-to-face, or we can do it on the phone whenever you are available.
I'll check my schedule and get back to you, but yeah, I don't see it happening in next couple of weeks.
Of course, yeah. I can call you and you can come to the office, or I can come to you. What is best for you, and we can meet, and then I can let you know lots of new programs that are very interesting for. Maybe if you have a space next week, I can be there.
Just tell me quickly what all programs you have, because 2 of the lenders that I'm working with, they have almost covered me with everything. Like they do bank statement, they do TBD. What do you have extra?
If you want to meet, I can take you different folder with all the programs and the new stuff that we have. I don't know if you have maybe next week or the following week, we can meet and get together and meet each other.
I'll get in touch with you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's very
That was
difficult.
so difficult. You did it difficult.
So it was there. So Nitty,
That's how my calls are with my agents.
So Nitty was too busy, Bob. She's just too busy. Okay. And she was also very tough. She was tough and busy. So, but unfortunately, that's the way agents are, a lot of them. So Julietta, so let's talk a little bit about your approach. So you're so kind in the way that you come across and caring, but we've got to play on that and add a little something to it. So first of all, you have to present some reason, like within 5 seconds, of why you're even calling Nitty. So if you can make some kind of connection, even if you say, listen, I saw your listing online and that neighborhood, you know, and you have a house that's in the neighborhood that I live in, or you say something like, you worked with a friend of mine. I mean, don't lie. If they worked with a friend of yours, or even if you just see, I see your name all the time. You are, so busy and you're right in my backyard. Okay. Then if you're getting a vibe from Nitty that she is busy, I'm busy, she said, I can only give you 30 seconds. Well, of course, that's unfair, but that's the way they are. So you have to then just board out one thing. You have to then say, okay, terrific. Whatever they say is terrific. Terrific. I understand you're super busy. And all I wanted to do was call and tell you about our bank statement program. We have a really terrific one. We do it in-house. And I just wanted to get that message out to you. So, and then she may just blow you off and hang up after you say that, or then you can squeeze in. There's some other, if she says anything positive, like, oh, that sounds good, say, there's a couple other programs, but I know that you're too busy now. So can we set up a time, and sometimes you can give them two choices, like Thursday morning or Friday afternoon or something like that.
Okay.
But sometimes you can't win, but at least you can leave them with a feeling that you care and so they're thinking, okay, well, that Julietta, she's nice and she's trying to help me. That may be all you get.
I try to be empathetic though.
Absolutely. Yeah, right. So you're empathetic to the fact that they're in a hurry, and then you just have to then talk fast, blurt something out, and then just say, hey, do you think, I know you're in a rush now. Do you think you have some time later? But it's tough. Sometimes you're just going to blow you off. I mean, it's, okay, Michael, you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to be the agent, and Yanni, are you there?
Yes. Ooh. Can you please mute?
Okay, Yanni, you're going to be the loan officer. You're going to try and set up an appointment with Michael. You're going to use some of the strategies we've been discussing, and I'm going to give Michael his personality. And let me see. Okay, so you have to turn your head. I can't see you, so just tell me you're turning your head.
I'm turning my head.
Okay, so here's you right here. Okay. All right, Yanni, you come back.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna call Michael. Go ahead. You're gonna try it. He's the real estate agent. You're gonna try and set up an appointment or something. Go ahead.
Good morning, Michael. My name is Yanni from Van Dyke Market. We met at an open house about 2 weeks ago. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Yanni. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I just came across this loan programs. It is like a VA home loan for doctors. And so let me introduce you to the program. So we're financing up to $1 million with no down payment and no mortgage insurance on a primary resident. Would be something that might be
I mean, sure. Yeah. I deal with a lot of, doctors and a lot of bigger clients. So, I mean, if there's anything you guys can offer that can help them out, that would be great.
Yeah. If you have any other loan programs or anything I can help to make your life easier, I would like to be able to help you with those things. So, so I'm wondering if we can go for coffee and maybe, discuss some of the loan program that I may be able to offer as well.
Yeah, we may be able to set something like that up. We'll have to check and see what I have available, but sure.
Okay. What about Tuesday? Coffee on me.
I'm not sure. I'll have to have someone check my schedule and find out. Then they can, get back with you and let you know. But right now, we've got a lot going on. I've got a lot of things happening. So I mean, we'll have to find out, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Michael. I'll text you on Monday and ask if you may be interesting to go for a coffee on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Just get a hold of one of my team members and let them know, and maybe we can set something up.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
So, Yanni, I thought you did good. so a couple of things. So you had him, you got lucky. So he was big ego Michael, and you hit him with a doctor program. So, you know, so then he worked into the fact he works with a lot of doctors and lawyers and so forth. So you kind of either you got lucky or what, but you sold him on that idea right away. And then you kind of backstep by saying, if there are any other programs that you're interested in. Well, I mean, he's not looking for you. Remember, you're calling him. He's not looking for you for counsel and advice and this and that. So I thought that once you got that initial win, you should have said, that's awesome. What I really, the program's got a lot of details. So do you have 15 or 20 minutes that I could go over it with you and just really just rode that horse all the way through?
Yes, sir.
What
That's
do
a
you
great
think?
advice. Thank you.
Oh, and you did the third part. What did you say? You I
We
saw
made
you at
an open house. Yes.
Okay, so that was excellent. So then all of a sudden, you know, it just a little something of a connection. So that's a little tougher for him just to blow you off, you know. So that was good. That was good. So anyway, so that's basically so we did 3 or 4. So that's basically it. Do y'all feel like that's helpful? Stephanie, are you getting some pointers?
Yeah, no, it does help.
Okay, good, good. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm going to send out is there anything anybody else wants to say or ask?